Hi, good afternoon, everybody. I wanted to come on and just do a bit of a video about an activity that I think might be fun for families with kids or not, grandparents with kids. Um, it's called a Virtue Shield. So I've been involved with the project, a grassroots project for many years now. It's called the Virtues Project, and it was developed by 3 people in Vancouver, Canada, specifically Victoria. And you can read all about that on the website, virtuesproject.org, I believe it is, if you're interested in learning more. It's quite an awesome project, and it was set in place to address everything that's good within us. We all are born with the virtues inside of us, and the theory goes that we can mine those that are helpful and balance them out, because all the virtues are positive, but sometimes if we have more of one virtue that's dominant, then it might not be good, even if it's a great thing. Like, just for instance, justice. You can have too much of a sense of justice, and that needs to be balanced by moderation and compassion. So anyways, there's 5 strategies to the virtues, and it's a great way for people to communicate with one another. The first strategy is speak the language of the virtues. So the virtues language encompasses things like joy, courage, courtesy, honesty, modesty, joy, resilience, honor, humility, commitment, cleanliness, all of those things, kindness, those are all virtues, determination. So we want to recognize those in people and call out the fact that somebody was using those virtues, and that helps us to see ourselves more positively. Recognize teachable moments is another strategy within the Virtues Project, and that just means that not all times in our lives or in our kids' lives are teachable moments. For example, last week my husband and I were ripping out our bathroom in our basement to have it remodeled, and it was getting late, and anybody who knows me knows that the evening is not my time of day. I'm a morning person. If you want to do something, 7 o'clock in the morning, I'm raring to go. I'm up, I'm at 'em, let's do it. 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night, not so much. So we were ripping something out, and there was a plumbing thing, and he was starting to explain to me all about the intricacies of plumbing. And I said, honey, this is not a teachable moment. I don't care about plumbing right now, so let's talk about this another time. So anyways, he complied, but that's just an example. Sometimes if a child is in a full-blown temper tantrum, it's not the time to teach them about being honest or showing moderation or whatever. We need to wait for that to pass, and then we go on and we have a discussion about that at a later date. Set clear boundaries. This is an important one for right now, because we are in close quarters with our families, and as much as we love our families, having to spend so much time with them might be problematic in some cases. I mean, it's just the way it is when we can't get out and have our space. So setting boundaries around, okay, I need my morning coffee from 8 until 9, and then I'm yours. But until then, sort of leave me be, and there's my boundary. I need that space. Things like that. The next one, the 4th strategy, is honor the spirit. So just honoring what brings us joy, what makes us happy, how we get filled up, filling our cup. What is it that we do that helps us fill our cup? Like in the morning, we need to have our coffee before we can interact with the world. That would be one thing. You're setting your boundary and you're honoring your own spirit, your own needs. Some people like to create. So some people like to do puzzles or read books or listen to music. What is it that fills you up so that you can give back? And the last strategy is companioning, which is basically listening and not judging. So if you want to talk to people, if you notice somebody's off and you're saying, well, what's going on for you right now? And then listening for their answer, asking open-ended questions so they can empty their cup and spill out what they need to get out, and you listening actively without making any judgments. So those are the 5 strategies. Again, they'll be, if you're interested, virtuesproject.org. They are all there and you can read all about them. That's just a brief explanation. So let's get to the Virtue Shield, which is an activity you can do with kids, adults. I did mine this morning, and this is what it looks like. I just did it on a plain white piece of paper and I drew it myself. I will actually put a picture of it in the comments below when I'm done. So the first quadrant right here is a virtue that is your strength virtue. So I picked, and you can do this as many times as you like. It is not set in stone. It can change. So for today, I picked kindness, because I feel like for me, kindness comes naturally. It's easy for me. When I go out to the shops, I'm friendly to the store clerks or to people. I say hello, and I try to be kind to myself right now. I've been practicing yoga and doing some qigong, just, giving myself some space. So kindness, that's my strength virtue that I picked to do this Virtue Shield right now. In the middle, this is what I chose to represent me. It's supposed to be a representation of you. It can be anything. I chose the face of a lion because at this moment I feel like a lion represents courage and resilience, and I feel like those are the things that we need to embody right now, just from what's going on. Now the 4th quadrant down here, I have written determination. So determination is my growth virtue, which means that at the moment I feel like determination, I need to work on that. So it encompasses focus, clarity, completion. So what I'm finding with being stuck at home is that I am a little bit scattered. So I'll start something and then I go, oh, squirrel, and I get distracted and I start doing something else, and I've completely forgotten what I started over here, and I've got a bunch of things on the go, and I'm like, okay, wait a minute, you've just got to focus and complete a task and use your determination to do that. So fair enough right now. The quadrant above, oh sorry, I'll do this one first. This one here, I've got a cutout of See the World, and I've got some musical notes. So that quadrant represents what brings me joy. I love to travel. So See the World, that kind of represents my love of travel right now. And the musical notes, music always brings me joy. So I love music and I listen to music a lot, and it always brings me out of a slump. So that was my brings me joy. And that almost always is the same for me. But anyways, obviously I'm not traveling right now. And this quadrant, now this one, if I was doing it with my family, it could be a virtue that your family embodies or that your family needs to work on. You can do it however you like. But this time for this activity today, I did it for the world. So I feel like resiliency is something the world needs, and I really feel like the world is embodying resiliency right now. Resiliency being faith that things are going to work out, steadfastness that we're going to stick to what we need to do to get things done and make it a better place, and coming together and working as a team and using humor. I've seen a lot of stuff on Facebook with humor, and it's great because laughing just helps everything be better. So that is my Virtue Shield. As I say, yours will be different, And it can be anything. You can pick out whatever virtues you feel are right for you. And if you want to, there is an app you can get on your phone. It's called the Virtues app. It is free. There are levels of it. You can pay. It's not that expensive. But there is a free portion of it, and you can get the Virtues cards on the app, and everything's explained to you. It's a great app. You can use it with your kids if everybody has it. You can do a Virtues pick, which means that I picked this morning when I did my Virtues pick, I picked the virtue of flexibility. So this is one of the cards, but these cards are also on this app that you can get. So this would mean either, so I can decide, is this a growth virtue for me that I need to focus on for the day, the week, you can even do a month, whatever. Or is this something that's affirming that I am using flexibility? And I would say for me at this point in time, I'm using my flexibility quite a bit because I'm adapting to all the different changes, as we all are right now, because things are changing by the hour. And there's a few things going on in my life that are requiring me to exercise my flexibility virtue. So I would say that that's an affirmation for me right now. And that's a cool thing. I think that's about it. I hope that this is helpful. If you have any questions, reach out to me. And if this was helpful, let me know, and I can do some other videos with different activities surrounding the virtues, or I can do some more videos about the virtues if that's something you want. Yeah, so I hope everybody is staying well, staying home, wash your hands, and keep each other sane. Thanks. Bye for now.